Good morning, everybody. So far, nobody's here, so we'll see if anybody joins us for our morning coffee. I'm thinking about doing this once a week. I don't know if you can hear me very well. Having technical difficulties. My headphones did not charge. None of my equipment has come as far as being able to do the podcast. So this is plan B for now. We'll see if anybody joins us. We'll give it a few minutes. It says I have one person here. Don't know who's here. If you put a comment, I should be able to see who's here. Hi, Kim. Good morning. Do you have your coffee? Do you want to come up and just chat with me, seeing as nobody else seems to be here? I can invite you to come on camera, unless you're not wanting to. Nobody else is here. Oh, it says somebody else has come on for a live. So we'll see who else is coming. I wish it showed me who was on, but it doesn't. So Kim, where are you from? Good morning, Lisa. How are you? So the goal of these morning coffee chats is with it just, I know that there's a lot of people that are struggling, feeling lonely, just kind of not having anywhere to go, to chat, to talk about life in general, work, business, things like that. So I thought I'd do these coffee chats and see how they go. Until we can get the podcast going, I'm still waiting on all of my equipment. It's been delayed for what seems like an eternity. And with everything, I've had a lot of things going on this past 6 months, just with family and loss and health issues. So everything's been kind of slowed down and we're just trying to get back up on getting everything going. So these coffee chats was an idea I had that I thought might work. But if nobody wants to chat, I mean, it's kind of hard to have a coffee chat. Lisa, how are things in Iowa? Good morning, Jason. How is Florida? Lisa, you're in Boston. Eat some good seafood while you're there. Kind of reminds me of those old chat groups when AOL was the thing. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but spending all those hours sitting at a keyboard chatting with random people online. Can you guys see the comments being posted or no? I miss Destin. Destin is beautiful, one of my favorite places. uh, my husband Jacob and I used to do a lot of chatting on AOL before when we were dating the first time. It was way cheaper than long distance phone calls. Can you guys see the chats coming up or no? I don't really know how this works. We're just trying to figure it out. Oh, perfect. So then it doesn't seem like I'm completely crazy and talking to myself, because that's what it feels like here. So what's going on in Boston, Lisa? Kim, did you go to the wrestling meet last night? Half of the town was there. It was a long night, Kim. Very long night. I'm pretty sure Lodi ended up winning, but don't quote me because I don't really understand that sport and how it exactly works with the scoring and all of that stuff. So I'm not really 100% sure. Well, hopefully you had a successful work trip, Lisa. In the future, I'm hoping to have other guests come on to do these coffee chats and more people that want to be involved. This is the first one that, when I put it together yesterday, I didn't realize it would automatically, or I would just do it anyways, but we have no ornaments on it. I did nowhere near as much shopping. I'm usually done and wrapped and ready to go at this point, but not even close to ready. Kim, are you ready for Christmas? Nice. Is she going to be a nurse or a doctor or a PA or? Not sure who dropped off. Somebody else dropped off. I'm actually having surgery at St. Mary's in January. So maybe I'll see your daughter there, Kim. Lots of thumb down. I don't know what we're getting all these thumbs down for. Maybe my live feed is that crappy. I don't think I'll see her then if I'm having surgery, Kim. I've done all my tests already, so that's already done. What's on your guys' mind? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to know? Ask away. Kim, I actually live in Lodi too. I live up by the schools. I grew up in Lodi. I graduated in 2000 and, well, technically I was supposed to graduate in 05, but I ended up leaving early. I know Cassie. I ended up leaving school early and going to a military academy, graduating from there and leaving for the Marine Corps. And then deployed to Iraq in 2005, 2006. Was on the Lioness team, so we were the first females that were attached to grunt units, and then got injured while I was out there and retired. So we ended up back in Lodi after we had kids. Good town to raise our kids in. Of course, I loved my job. I probably would have stayed for a full 20 had I not gotten injured, but I guess there was just a different plan for me. Still trying to figure out what that plan was, but we're getting there. I think we're getting there. I'm using it to try and help others. That's what my plan is. So I think I'm going to try and do these more often. But I think I'm going to try and have guests too, because I really do feel like I'm talking to myself like a crazy person. I mean, some people do say I'm crazy, so I guess that would be kind of fitting. Gotcha. I've been to the VA in Madison quite often. Get a lot of care there. I think we have one of the better VAs. Lisa, we can, but I can pull you on screen, but like Kim didn't want to be pulled on screen, but I can pull you on screen if you want to, Lisa. I'm thinking that maybe next time I should set it up as more of a group than what I did. This is the first one and I didn't really know what I was doing. So I figured I would just try it and see how it worked. But I think like I can pull you up right now if you wanted to, but then if I set it up a different way, it would do it more of like a group presentation, I think. Good morning, Teresa. Happy belated birthday. So this streaming service I'm using, I just got it and I'm just started learning how to figure it out. And so I think for the next one, I'll try and do the group, like the group presentation and see if that works. I didn't realize yesterday when I was playing with it and setting it up that it was going to like schedule it and then push it out on all of my social media without like, it pushed it automatically. So we were on our way out to go to Hayden's, my son's wrestling meet. And my husband's like, oh, you're having a live coffee chat tomorrow? And I was like, ooh, yep, I guess I am, because it's already out there. And once it's on the internet, you can't take it back. Let's see if I can figure out how to make this work. Good morning, Adam. Oh, hi, Jason. I didn't even see that. It doesn't tell me who drops off. It just shows like in the corner how many people are here. Oh, let's see if we can figure out how to. Oh, yeah, the Green Bay game last night. That was a rough one. Adam, I was telling them about how this was the first time I've used this. Oh, there goes Piper in the background. The first time I've used this, and we were trying to do a coffee chat, but I think if we set it up in like a group, what's it called? Like a group presentation versus this, then it might work better for everybody to sit and chat. Do you know anything about that? So Adam's my friend that's been helping me put my brand together and put all this together. So he's my go-to guy when I don't know what the hell I'm doing when it comes to tech issues and pretty much anything computer related. Jason, to share it and to share the page, there should be a share button. Or if you want to share like the Born Savage page or the Born Savage Brands page, you can click on it, and then there should be, if you're on your phone, there's 3 dots and you can invite friends. So there should be like an invite friends. Oh, Teresa, I'm glad you stopped in. Hopefully you got to have some coffee this morning. Enjoy work. We need to catch up later. And if I look tired, it's because I've been up since 2:30 this morning. Our dog, Piper, decided to get sick and then wouldn't let me sleep the rest of the night. So I figured, well, what the hell? Just drink more coffee. And I do appreciate you guys stopping to see how this works, because if you don't stop, then I don't know and I can't make it better. So I'll definitely make the next one better, and hopefully that presentation, the other form of presentation, will work. Maybe I'll just try and do a random pop in to see if that works better. Oh, cool. Jason, you must have shared it. It shows on my end that you shared it. So I appreciate it. I wish it showed who was on here, because all I get to see is that there's 2 people had 2 likes and a bunch of thumbs down. Oh, now I'm back up to 4 people. So I don't know. I don't know if people are dropping off and coming back or what. I didn't even get to watch the Green Bay game. I was at a wrestling meet, so I didn't even get to see it. I'll have to watch the highlights still. I seen the last 2 minutes of the game, which was enough for me. So I can't imagine what the whole game was like. Yeah. So my podcast is we're going to cover different things about like personal growth, being parents, working, trying to balance it all, finding your new balance. I've realized that as a mother of 2 and a I've been full-time employee or entrepreneur, it's really, really hard to balance that stuff. And so I've done a lot of work and research and reading and things like that, and just kind of pulling tools together and helping people just be better people, using my own personal experiences from tragedy and loss to try and figure out who I am and what I'm doing in life, and just kind of building that community so everybody knows that they're not alone. Because that's one thing I've learned is everybody puts out there that their lives are perfect, and you see all this stuff on social media that shows what people think life should be like, and it's not true, and it's hard, and it makes things harder. And I just want people to realize they're not alone, and that we all have our own struggles, our own battles, and everybody's goals are different. And how do we get to those goals, and how do we make those goals acceptable just for what you personally want? I feel like at this point in society, everybody's trying to get to that very top ladder, and I don't really understand why. And I don't understand why we have to push ourselves to the brink of exhaustion and I mean just overwhelmed to get where. And so I feel like focusing on everybody's personal goals and accepting what everybody's individual goals are for themselves and for their families and for their kids is important. And I feel like there needs to be a way for us to share that and make it more normal, and helping bring some of those tools together so that it makes it easier for others. I mean, the episode will only be maybe 30, 45 minutes at most, and it's to be little snippets and learning tools to help better ourselves. And I'm sure there's going to be times where we'll talk about things that are controversial or that we don't all agree with, and that's okay. I think having those conversations is important because that's what opens our minds and that's what helps us learn. And so I just want to have that safe space in that community where people are willing to support each other no matter what their own goals are and what their beliefs are, and we can learn from each other and grow from that. That's why I was really hoping that this coffee chat would work, but it's not working the way I had hoped. I was really hoping it would be more of an inclusive thing versus you guys being on chat and me being on video. So hopefully we can get that fixed for the next one. And the podcast is supposed to have been launched already, but I had a very big loss in my life. Lost my mother-in-law, and she was not just my mother-in-law, she was my best friend. And so I really, really struggled with that. So I had to focus on my mental health before I could get back on track with my personal brand. And I'm finally feeling somewhat back to as normal can be at this point. And so it's just time to keep going. I ordered all my equipment to start recording it, but everything is beyond delayed. It was supposed to be here weeks ago, and I still don't have it. So I just figured we would try this and see how it worked. Thanks for asking the question, Kim. Does anybody else have more questions? Yes, Jason, I agree. I mean, this isn't the first time I've dealt with loss, but um, this one hit differently. This one hit really different. I mean, I lost my sister when I was in high school, which you know, Jason. I'm just telling everybody else. She had passed away from cancer when I was 15, and so when I can divulge more about what happened with my mother-in-law, I will. At this point, I can't give a whole lot of detail. I was with her when it happened, and so I find solace in the fact that I was able to be there with her. But it was much, much harder than when I lost my sister, and I'm not really sure why. And I've been going to therapy for it. Um, part of this is just being raw and real. Hence why my hair is not done and I'm not wearing any makeup because I've been up since 2:30 this morning. So um, when I can give more of the story and when I'm ready, I will. But at this point, it's too much, and so and I just can't talk about some of it yet. So, but yes, the holidays have been hard. Um, the and this is so stupid, but the biggest thing I've struggled with so far this holidays is um, Karen used to make all of our Christmas cookies because mine are horrible. Like when I mean horrible, I mean as hard as a rock, and the kids would drop them from like standing on the counter and they wouldn't break. And when Hunter was little, he would chew on them as a teething biscuit. And so she always made the Christmas cookies. And so every year, like this is the first year, I'm going to have to try again. And it's something stupid, but and we're just not going to have her Christmas cookies this year. And we're not going to have her here to do the tree. And so our Christmas tree is up and still doesn't have any ornaments. I think the kids might want to try and do it again this weekend. But again, we're trying to keep it as normal for them as possible and not push things either. So it's been rough, but I'll let you know if I end up making Christmas cookies that are edible because so far they're not good. Well, my cooking isn't great. Well, my cooking got better after COVID because I didn't have a choice but to learn how to cook. But yeah, my baking is really, really bad. It's really bad. Well, it has been 30 minutes. Um, If you think we should try this again, I will try it again, probably sometime this week, just to see if I can get the group thing to work. Give my best to your parents and family. I miss you. Oh, we miss you too, Jason. Kim, I have a sophomore and I have a 5th grader. Do you have kids that are still in school, Kim? So next time I will definitely try the other format and see if that works better. To see if we can actually have a group coffee chat instead of doing this, as the kids would say, early 1900s chat, AOL version, to see if that works better. And I do appreciate everybody that did come on here and to support it and to help me figure out how this works. Did they graduate from high school, Kim? Or did they graduate from Lodi? I mean, not from high school. So my cousins grew up here in Lodi. The Von Baron kids. There's a lot. There was 5 of them. Yeah, there was 5 kids, so I wouldn't be surprised if the name sounds familiar. But I do appreciate you coming on. I don't know who else just popped on, but we'll definitely try the other format and see if that works better. I don't understand what this little thing is. I don't know. I guess I need to do more research on how this program works. I don't even know what the screen looks like when we're talking. Well, if there's no more and nobody else wants to chat, we are at 30 minutes. So I do appreciate everybody that came on, and we will definitely attempt the other way to see if that works better for a morning coffee chat. And just look like and follow on any of the platforms, so then you get a notification of when we're going to do the next coffee chat. If nobody has anything else to say, you too, Kim, have a good day. Enjoy your holidays if I don't talk to you before then. All right, I'm going to sign off and we'll try this again. Bye, guys.